everyone, welcome back to the Edexcel Hub, and today we're going to be talking about Chapter 4 Periodic Table. First, we need to know some general things about the periodic table. Elements are arranged in order of their atomic numbers. Groups are the vertical columns in the periodic table, and there are 8 groups. The last group is group 0. We will talk about it more later in this video. Periods are the horizontal rows. There are 7 periods in the periodic table. Helium and hydrogen make the first period. Now we're going to be talking about electrons. Electrons have many energy levels, also known as shells. Each energy level can only hold a certain number of electrons, and they're filled from lowest energy to highest energy. The lowest energy level is always closest to the nucleus. This arrangement of electrons in an atom is known as their electronic configuration. The first shell contains a maximum of 2 electrons, and all the shells after that will hold 8 electrons. For example, in a potassium atom, the first shell contains 2 electrons, the second shell contains 8 electrons, the third shell contains 8 electrons, and the last shell contains 1 electron. So its electronic configuration will be 2, 8, 8, 1. Next, we're going to be talking more about groups and periods. Elements in the same group have the same number of electrons in their outermost shell. The number of electrons in their outermost shell is the same as their group number. The number of occupied shells in an element is given by their period number. Elements in the same group have similar chemical properties. So summary would be that elements in the same group have a same number of valence electrons, and elements with the same period number have the same number of shells. For example, potassium is in group number 1 and in period number 4. This means that it has 1 valence electron in the outermost shell, and it has 4 energy shells. Next, we're going to talk more about group 0, the noble gases. They are called the noble gases because they are unreactive. The reason for this is because of the electronic configuration. All of the noble gases have 8 electrons in the outermost shell, except helium, which has 2 electrons. This means that the outer shells are full, so they cannot lose, gain, or share any electrons in a chemical reaction. Now we're going to be talking about metals and nonmetals. Metals and nonmetals have very different characteristics and properties. I'm going to be discussing some of their differences. Metals are located on the left-hand side of the periodic table, whereas nonmetals are located on the right-hand side. Metals are conductors of heat and electricity, whereas nonmetals are insulators because they don't have any free mobile electrons. There are exceptions to this, and those are graphite and silicon. Metals form basic oxides, which reacts with acids to form salts, and nonmetals usually form acidic oxides. Metals are solids with high melting and boiling points, whereas nonmetals have low melting and boiling points. Metals are shiny and have a metallic luster when they're freshly cut. They are also malleable, which means that they can be hammered into any shape, and ductile, which means that they can be drawn into wires. Non-metals are usually brittle when they're solids, and they aren't shiny. That's all from me today. Thank you so much for watching, and if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more videos. And don't forget to share with your friends. Have a great day!